from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
He's brought down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. They'll find the rookie from Clemson, T. Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
The Bengals first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
Second and 10.
22-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Cincinnati.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow, almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Second and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on. On second down, here's Mixon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up. No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
From the 5, third and goal. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently, and whatever they said appears to have worked. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at the 34. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Let's go, defense.
On second down, Tua. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Watch 36 to Mike.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. On first down, here's Breida. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And Green with a catch left side. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Fielded at the 33. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
46-yard line.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
22, Matt Breida.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. No.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
36. 6 man. Check cross.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On 1st down, Mixon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
1st down, Bengals.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
A 7-yard pick.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Here's a give to Mixon, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On 2nd down, Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Cincinnati.
Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And he he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Bengals 14, Dolphins 7. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
55-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco, sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Tua now on first down. Flushed out right. And that one will fall incomplete.
On the keeper.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
That one brought back a few nightmares, because when the quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Now a give to Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
At the 9-yard line.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Bengals. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. On second down, Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to air it out deep for Green, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Tua. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 38. This is Breida on the draw. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
One of the best around, Big Geno Atkins there on the stop. An 8-time Pro Bowler, including each of the last 6 seasons.
36-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to pass. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run with Breida. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The ball carrier.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On the move to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jakeem Grant. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
1st down, Cincinnati.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row. 1st down.
Bengal 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Again, it's Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
22 yards.
Smart quarterback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
On the carry. DJ Reader brought him down. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Tua going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
This is Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 45. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon, and he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Looking sideline, incomplete. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
On the carry.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. The ball comes out, and the Bengals grab it.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 44. They try to eat some clock with Mixon and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
3rd down.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Tried the hard count, but to no avail.
Trying to do anything to get them to jump off sides and pick up a first down easily. Instead, it goes against them.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw is Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now Tagovailoa. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. To throw is Tua. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them in.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here we go with Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
50 yards a month, boy, 50 yards. You don't get tired of seeing me. 50 yards a month. That's a part of that. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running out of the gun here, Breida. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Dolphins, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.